Good evening and welcome to the RRF1 Saturday division. Tonight we are at round 13, I believe it is. Yep, round 13, and it is the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. It's at the Autodromo Internazionale Enzo Edino Ferrari circuit, or as others maybe just know it, Imola. And tonight I'm joined on his co-comms debut in RF1 by Admiral. How are you today, Admiral?
All very good. Ahoy, hoy, everyone. Thank you for letting me join in.
Looking forward to 100% Imola.
100%. Yeah. Well, how many laps we got? 60, 62?
63, I think.
63. Oh, that's because I've got the San Marino Grand Prix information sheet up here, which is, of course, the old name.
Just waiting for it to load. I think it's... I didn't see it. It would have been on the other screen, wouldn't it? But I know on season 10 it was 63 laps, but I'm not sure if they've changed it between F1 23 and F1 24.
Yeah, correct. 63 laps.
I'm interested to see if Betches comes out first here. With his vision, he likes to come up first and get a clean track.
We'll keep an eye on that then.
Oh, it's not him, I don't think. There's a McLaren I can see coming out. Oh, there's... Ooh, I just popped Rain and Blood in him, but he's left the session already. As I know some people are having storms, and if that's might be affecting some drivers, because I don't think he lives that far away from myself. Because I'm in the Midlands, and we've got terrible storms tonight.
Oh, I did see that on the football, yes. So
Was that Leicester game?
yeah, I did see that. There you go. I've just checked your stream and I'm working on this. That's all good. I bet I'll follow everyone else and put a follow onto your stream as well. So there you go. That's +1.
That's a good point. I need to load up the chat on there. I wonder if Mad Mark will be joining in. He's sunning up in Turkey at the moment.
Well, yeah, what else would you want to do on a holiday? It's like listen to us two rambling for 63 laps.
I think last Saturday he said his wife had gone to bed and then he put us on for like the last half hour or so. I bet you just put in the chat, last place, here I come. Wheel is not working to support.
Oh my goodness, Darth Tim has already half spun twice on his outlap.
I don't know if you've had time to see the silly edits I've put in the clip channel on RF1, but he ended up quite a lot in there for Monday Division around this track. He was cutting the grass and everything.
Yeah, well, he's coming straight back into the pits, so it was an installation lap, that one.
He's just made the realisation, oh poo, I've put the wrong setup on.
He also had the mediums on as well, so not much going right.
Yeah, so this one it's short qualifying. Unless he might be getting confused with the I know Monday and Wednesday he does as well on their full qualifying. Oh, Dimar, it's I think he might have had an internet issue there, but it's done that thing where it retires your car. So the championship leader is gonna be starting near the back probably.
So just to make sure I've got this correct, they're in realistic performance cars and in reverse championship order in the quality of the cars.
Oh yeah.
Excellent. But that gives...
Well, we used to put the cars on the table, but then if the people miss it, you'd have like strange cars. What we do now is an allocation. So based on the attendance on there, then put it on just after 1 o'clock. So if anyone doesn't need to be bumped up, and we do it that way now.
Fair enough. You just had a comment in from Darth Timms about assists. Apparently the assists have been locked, which might be why we're seeing a few lockups from a fair few people.
Yeah, anti-lock brakes have been turned off.
That sounds like a lobby restart, which might have saved Dimar on that occasion, but... There's definitely some serious lockups going on.
Just put that in the Saturday chat. Yeah, he's put in there will be a lobby restart, so anyone listening, won't have to leave and they've been invited in again. So Whitey just left the session now. I shall come out of that now then. I've got a bit of info from the Saturday chat as well on the Discord. Dartmoor has set the weather to dry. So I'm guessing it was a full dry race.
All right.
Well, this Whitey wants to be cheeky and put a bit of rain in.
Oh.
It's when they first brought out the last year's game. I don't know if did you play that one when it first came out, 23?
Not when it first
And it would
came
say, when it first came out, it would say the weather was like sunny. So you'd go out, it was dry setup on, and it'd be raining. Like that.
No. Well, even this one isn't perfect, is it? You can't look at the actual iconography of the weather. You've got to read the percentage chance of rain, because the iconography would just transpose over from the first session of your weekend.
I think the way I have it in RF1, because we don't have it to the predicted one, we don't even get the percentages. You've just got to hope. You have it as the is it realistic or I can't remember the word for it. It's got on there now.
Yeah, when you can see it or not, you've got approximate or perfect, haven't you? On the weather.
The perfect one, it doesn't give you the percentages, but if you set it as approximate, you get the rain percentages.
Well, you don't want EA to release a fully completed game, do you? That would be asking a bit much.
Yeah. I've got the invite now, so I'll just pop you on over once I'm in.
Perfect.
Hopefully you got that one.
Yeah, I did.
Yes. And we
Yes.
just saw on the screen there, I was inviting people in. It's quite an extensive list of drivers we've had, and then they leave. I need to really go through the list.
What does a block of cheese say in the mirror? Oh, I don't know. What does a block of cheese say in the mirror?
I don't know.
I'm sure chat will tell us in just a minute. Yes, Darth Tims, I apologise. I wasn't too nice about you spinning on that first outlap, but I can see why. I can see why now.
Oh, well, you've been given a strange nickname by Mad Mark, the normal commentator for Saturdays. He always calls me Bubble Bum for some reason, and he always calls Dragoon, is it Sweet Tits? But you've been called Crispy Cock. He's put even Crispy Cock and Bubble Bum. Get the lobby sorted. Fucking amateurs.
Thanks, Mad Mark. Yeah, it might not be crispy, but it's certainly firm. Hmm.
We're just waiting for a few more drivers to get in now.
No, terrible Dragoon. Sorry, I'm not respecting that.
Halloumi.
Yeah. I'm not laughing at that. It's not funny.
I was like for the cheers in the mirror.
That's cheese in the mirror is hello me. It's
Hello.
noted.
Waiting on the 3, I think now. But if Mercedes
We've
drivers
got
aren't in.
Peas. Oh, find the pass. Peas. He's in here. He's top of the championship as well, second. He's our goalkeeper in pro clubs. Very good goalkeeper he is as well.
Who was that? Sorry.
Who have we got left?
Was that Find the Pass?
Yeah, Peas. Yeah.
I've never heard him called Peas before.
No, I don't know. I'm pretty new to the league scene. I don't know Find the Pass too well, but
Yeah.
a lot of people seem to call him Peas. So
Oh,
it's easier and
yeah.
quicker than calling him Find the Pass.
He didn't have a fun race here on Wednesday division. I think he's quite high up in Wednesday division, second or third. But he went on at the sort of the same area where Ayrton Senna had his accident. He missed the turn, completely kept going, lost his wing, and then I think there's a lap after that he actually crashed and was out of the race. So he'll be wanting a better race this evening.
Yeah, especially with the chance to lessen that gap at the top.
Yeah,
And 30 points difference at the top of the championship, and it's 35 for a race win, is that correct?
yeah, 35 for a win, 1 point for fastest lap. But if they can keep it penalty free for the whole race, they get an extra 2 bonus points. I
Which
think I remember Find the Pass and Doom are doing really well with the bonus points. That's helping them a lot this season.
hmm,
I
you
think
gotta
only
gotta watch out for those track limits, especially at Variante Alta and Ravazza, the the chicane and the last two corners.
I say we're getting quite a lot of strange ones this week at this track. It gave me a warning. Where the pit wall is.
Hmm.
I got a bit close to the wall, but I wasn't out of the limits. Well, you can't be out of limits because of the wall there, and it popped up track limits warning. I was like, hey, I'm on a straight. I hadn't got off track at all.
But yeah, suggesting you're going wide on a straight.
But I have seen some crazy things on this game over the years. There was the first game has started, so it was the one of Vietnam. So was that 2020, 2021?
I never raced Vietnam, and I'm very glad I didn't.
Oh, it was a strange one. There were some bits it felt alright, and then when the tyres went, it was horrible. But there's one I got hit from behind by two cars. I sort of sandwiched. The cars flipped, gone in the air, at 10 foot in the air, and it gave me a track limit warning for not being on the track because I was 10 foot in the air.
Oh yeah, track limit one for not being on the track.
Yeah. That was the weirdest clip I've had to send. It's like I got a warning because I got obviously three track limits. It gave me a penalty, but that was only three I got. So I can have it taken off because I was 10 foot in the air.
I hope they were removed.
Yeah, I got that one removed. So just waiting for Great Ace now. His Canadian internet must be a bit behind ours at the minute.
That much of an issue with the extended distance internet?
If we're Great Ace, we always seem to get green, but Diesel is just a Wednesday division. His is always red, but it doesn't have any issues with the stream. It seems to be always red in the lobby for some reason.
Right. Okay. Take two for quali.
Go down to Petcher, see if he does get out first this time. I think he got pipped last time by the McLaren. Then, like you said, the McLaren went straight back in the pits, didn't he, last time?
Yeah, and very quickly realised. No, Darth Timms is out. Darth Timms is out.
I
Hopefully
just pipped him
no.
again.
Hopefully no spinning on the outlap this time.
After him to put all the telemetry and everything back on.
I just had the same thought.
As I noticed, every session there's something Codemaster or EA need to fix, or it could just stays on whatever you put the last session.
It'd be nice.
But they haven't managed that yet. Rain and Blood and Darth Timms are going out on the mediums.
Well, I was actually having a look at what you can do, and the two stop isn't out of the question. So if they want to save a set of softs or a couple of sets of softs, it's not out of the question to do a two-stop.
Yeah. I think some did do that on the Monday division, if I remember correctly. And the other one it was saying was medium to hard was the one-stop option.
That is the
About a lap,
fastest.
I think.
Yeah.
Was that about 11 or 12, I think.
Okay.
Let's see how Tim's does for his first run.
Using most of the ERS up down that main straight, which is probably the best now because you're going to actually get a lot of that back through the lap. And with the doubled ERS deployment allowed now, you can just burn it freely.
Just about kept that one in the white lines there.
Seems pretty neat, these first couple of corners. Kept the speed up round Tosa.
Yeah. I know this is a turn where a few drivers having some issues earlier in the week. Taking a bit too much speed into it.
Down into Aqua Minerale. Tricky corner down there. Oh, was that into neutral there?
Was that with Tim's?
Yeah. I think it just popped into neutral into the chicane. It was. You got to take a lot of chicane on the entry to that chicane because you gain a good couple of tenths doing that.
Popping up to that DRS line now. She's sat 16.645.
Well, there's the benchmark.
Just trying to work out the next. It's definitely a blue dot.
Must have been a couple of disallowed.
115.2.
Couple of disallowed laps there from Raining Blood and a Mercedes had disallowed laps. Mercedes of Bakey Gaming would have had disallowed laps, and the second McLaren of the 49, unless they're out laps, of course.
Have some of them done this and next, maybe.
Yeah, maybe some are offset.
Goonbill did a 116.1 there in the Aston Martin.
Destroyer next over the line. 15.4.
Yeah, we saw Destroyer since he's come back from India. It's been his pace has been on something different.
Demar 16.4, 1.2 seconds off the Alpine.
As we have noticed, something Mad Mark is in the chat before. The Haas, if you're watching it from a car in front, could you see a clown face on the car? I said, it seems to be worse at the like the night tracks, but from a distance you get like a really weird like scream face on it.
On which car?
On the Haas. Especially if you're watching it from a car in front, it's like the halo is like the two eyes, like a scream face the way the black goes in the white.
I'm gonna have to watch out for that. I'm having to watch him go. I can't quite see it yet, but I see what he means.
Well, Dragoon put lads don't get a ticket in the chat. That's what it is. Dragoon, who normally does Monday Division with me, he had a ticket with a. What was it for? Oh, A72 he does Monday Division, but occasionally does Saturday. He took 2 minutes to cross the line USA and got called a dickhead. But so he sent the ticket in against the commentator. But it was like, what penalty can you give a commentator? You can't really. 10-minute silence.
Great ace back across the line.
Twisted Dragon in the chat. Baker's going to be looking to redeem himself after Thursday. I'm not sure what happened Thursday, but I know he does race another league with Twisted. I'm guessing he had a bit of a nightmare here. .49 or 116.996 there.
That is the First round mostly done. It looks like Find the Passes just got out
Yeah.
of bed and decided to get on the track. Not yet. Still taking its time.
You'll notice Dark Mark often likes just doing the one run in a short quali.
Ooh.
I notice he's not out yet.
It's confidence.
If you heard that in the background, that was the thunder out here.
Oh, wow. I don't think I've got any weather where I am. Oh, it
It's
is
stopped raining now. It's just really bad thunder and lightning still.
very, very frightening.
Yeah. It was annoying earlier. I was trying to watch the Man United Crystal Palace game. Obviously, Sky, if you have the storm and it knocks
Yeah.
the satellite signal, that popped up for like a few times in the first half.
Yeah.
The way they both played, I didn't really miss anything. Our Twisted in the chat, he kept getting booted out of the lobby. Bakey did, but he wasn't having much fun on Thursday night.
So what we got after these first runs? Hayden with a 15.2 in the Alpine. It was a good time for the Alpine. Destroyer second, 15.4, 2/10 off. Goomba, who's sixth in the championship, 16.1.
So Goomba was season 10's champion, and Hayden was last season, so they're still keeping out there.
Yeah.
And Hayden's had to miss a few this season, but if I remember correctly, is he third in the table? I'll have to check back.
Hayden, yeah, third in the table currently. Yeah. So current championship salmons in Dumar, Find the Pass, Hayden, Dark Mark, Tomas, and Goomba are your top six. Looks like Dumar's just come out for a second run. I suppose with his speed and the relative equivalence of the Alpine and the Haas, he will be looking to get for on the front row alongside Hayden.
Yeah. One thing we had with Dumar, he used to do TSD and Wednesday as well, but he's given up those. He's just focusing on the Saturdays now.
Yeah.
Is that on top of that one? I just want to put all the focus into winning that one.
Well, it's the thing. Most of the leagues, I presume, just do 50% races, which is just enough to kind of enjoy it and get strategy out of it, and you start to sweat. I know I did a wet race in Canada a few weeks ago, and I was sweating by the end of that. But when you're doing 100% race, you're sitting there for an hour and a half. There is some. You need to put a lot of concentration into that to not make a mistake for 90 minutes.
Yeah. My best ever result came in at 100%. I reserved at Singapore in, it must have been F1 21 or F1 22. I come fifth.
Yeah.
I've not managed to beat that result yet.
That's impressive though. Singapore as well. To be consistent around there.
I was in one of the faster cars because of Ferrari. It was just everyone, when the rain came out, it was just lucky jumping in what I thought was too early, and that actually worked out quite well.
That's the thing with the changing conditions. You time that right, and you're onto a winner. It's pretty much a midfield driver permanently. I did get a second place in Spa a couple of weeks ago because I went on to Winters at exactly the right time and went from 8th to 2nd at the end of the race. It's just about timing that, but I think we're all dry today, so dries to wet.
I seem to notice with Spa seems to want, as soon as you see that rain, because it gets such a long lap, it's normally good just to jump straight in.
And see, I knew that, and that's why I did it, and it seems that nobody in front of me wanted to. As Dumar does improve lap time, but only to third.
I was saying that Destroyer he was having issues with no traction since he come back from, because he went away, I think it was 2 or 3 weeks. He lives in Sweden, but he's got family and I think his wife in India. So he went there a few weeks, come back, and he's trying medium traction. His pace has changed mega now.
From no or from full?
From going from no to medium.
Yeah, I mean, it can make a difference. I mean, I raced medium traction for a very long time. I'm probably still faster with medium traction. But
The medium on this game just doesn't feel the same as it did on the last game. There's quite a lot of drivers I know who used to do medium having to run full on this game.
wow. Yeah.
I say Dark Mark's one of them. Is unless he's changed it recently, but I know he was running full because the medium it was broken and no traction. He could get it round, but it wasn't nowhere as quick as we know he can do.
Yeah, and that's the payoff, isn't it? Is how much I appreciate the people who race with zero assists. I know there is. Have you got the elite? There is a few elite leagues out there that race absolutely no assist cockpit cam,
Yeah.
and that's just immense. I try and race
Drax in the
this.
chat.
Yeah,
He's actually away for 5 weeks, not 2. He put his alternating between no traction and medium traction, depending on the track. For example, he uses medium in street circuits and no traction tonight and other standard tracks.
fair play. To switch between them as well mustn't be
Yeah.
the easiest to.
That would explain. I had a bit of an incident with Drac on Wednesday, and he's come out of the Tamburello chicane, and I've tried to go for the switchback, and his car went round. I think maybe because he's on no traction, he's tried to put the power down maybe a bit too quick, and that's what spun the car around. That makes sense now.
Yeah, that second half of Tamburello, you've got to find the right time to put your foot down, otherwise it does want to step out. Especially on warm tyres as well.
It wasn't funny at the time, but watching it back on the stream, because there'd been an accident further with the lead cars, and he was I'll just switch down to him at the back. And, oh no! And then the drag spun. I've got quite a bit. Whitey's gone into the back of me, and it was funny watching it back. The Raining Blood's invalidated on his flying lap.
Oh.
Just trying to see who's behind him now.
I'm on board with Tomas.
Yeah. I think he'll be boxing. I've just noticed his fuel's low.
It was 2/10 up after the second sector. There you go, gained 4/10 on that.
P5. Just noticed that a Mercedes peeking behind him. I think there's someone just coming out. Is that Bakey?
This is going to be the first people everyone's going to be coming out for their final runs now, aren't they?
I think Dumas coming out. Oh, he's already out. He'll be the first one to do his last run. Giving us all a little wiggle at the moment. Betches in the chat put, and I made a world-class triple overtake. I guess he's referring back to the Wednesday one. Well, the three of us went, and Betches just had an easy bit of road to go by. It always cracks me up when you get one of those where you have like 4 cars in front crash. You go past, and then you get the engineer. I thought that was a great move.
Yeah. Oh, was it really? There you go. Dumas just coming down to start his lap. Got a bit of traffic in front of him coming out the pits. Hopefully, we'll move out of the way. Does pretty quickly.
So he's wanting pole. Is it about 8.5 tenths he needs?
It will be in that vicinity around the first sector. 1.5 tenths gained.
Yeah, it said he did a purple first sector there.
Will solidify that 4th place, but needs a lot more time to move up. Not the fastest I've seen around the top of the hill in Piratella there. Into back to Mirale. Funky corners to get right on the braking zone. 2 tenths up. That's still not going to be enough. But quite a lot.
Still P4, isn't it, at the moment as that stands?
There's not much to change there. Hayden seems to have put in an immense lap in the Alpine to get into pole, but behind that is a Red Bull and Ferrari, which you'd sort of expect to be there. And wide at the second half of Ravazza there, which isn't going to do any favours onto the long straight. 2.2 seconds. Yeah. 2 tenths gained on that.
So Hayden on this game, his pace has just been mental. When he first joined in TSD, it was the end of F123. In his first race, he finished just ahead of me. I'm always like towards the back to the middle of the grid.
Yeah.
And then since it gone on this game, he's just running away with it now. His pace has just gained massively.
Just when you start to get tuned in, I suppose, it just feels right, doesn't it? Just got on board with Rain in Blood. He made a small error into Tamburello, which wouldn't have done any help. Still 2/10 up, nearly 3/10 up in the first sector for Rain in Blood on his personal best, even with the mistake through Tamburello. Keep that up, and Rain in Blood has got pole.
Quite a lot of these on their outlaps, aren't they now? Fine, the pass is just about to start his lap.
3.5 tenths up for Raining Blood.
Kicking up some dust then on the exit of the chicane, I noticed.
Oh,
he's mowing the lawn.
yeah, he had a big moment out the chicane and just cancelled his lap.
Is it because the car behind it, he didn't want to
Oh no, he
put
was on
them
a lap.
stride or something, maybe?
He was 3.5 tenths up. Raining Blood was 3.5 tenths up. Had a small moment out the chicane, just with a bit of loss of traction. Just gave up on the lap.
And Tim's was only on an outlap, wasn't he? Obviously thought Tim's was on a hot lap, maybe. Because he was fairly close behind him, but... Saying about Tim's is doing some pirouettes. Oh, and he's lost his front wing.
Oh yeah. 49. Not enough to move any. And
Hayden's improved.
That's an improved. So that's going to solidify that position. Unless is this find the passer is about to come across the line. Gets fifth.
Dark mark. Oh, dark mark invalidated. He's not going to set a time.
Oh
no, that was an outlap.
No, he's taking the check.
He's finished, doesn't he? Yeah, he didn't get to the line in time.
Oh what my!
That's one of the issues, isn't it? If you do a one and done, and you validate, that's it for you.
And also, if you want to come out for one lap, and I usually leave time for two, but the pit lane's so long at Imola that the timing, you've got to get it right, because it's just that extra 20-30 seconds that you don't expect because of the length of the pit lane.
Yeah, White is retired from that session. He's in the middle of the grid, isn't he? 1:16.3 he did.
There you go.
We're just waiting for Darth Timms now, and then that'll be the end of the qualifying.
Yeah, just gone into the pits, Darth Timms. So that is Corley, just waiting for that car to go in the garage.
Notice Goomba, who did the commentary with me on Monday, nobody puts the skid under the car. It's like a ghost does it. I've never noticed it until he pointed it out on Monday.
I hadn't. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that. Watch that in the future.
Yeah, so with tomorrow at TSD, after when someone goes in the pits, you see them put the jack up at the front, the jack up at the back, but then the skid will just slide under on its own. No one puts it. It just randomly appears in mid-air and then goes under the car.
Well, there you go. There's your grid.
Starting grid is Hayden P1, Raining Blood P2, Destroy Drac and Dumar on the second row, Goomba and Find the Pass, Tamash and Great Ace, Darth Tim's YT, Dragoon and Bakey, 49 and Betches, and without setting a time, Dark Mark starting 15th.
He will be disappointed.
Especially with the Visa RB, I think that's third or fourth from bottom. So we'll have a fun night, maybe go for a long stint or something to try and bring it back in for himself.
Well, I'm glad you've mentioned stints, because, I like to do a bit of research and have a look about what optimum lap times are, what optimum lap time to pits, what optimum strategies we're looking for. If you start on the mediums, you're looking at pitting about lap 27. But if you don't want to start on the hards, you can go to lap 35 to go to mediums, or you can go to lap 42 to go into softs. It is 4 seconds slower than the optimum medium to hard. But if you do hold out and get a safety car, those 4 seconds will be nothing because you'll be on softs at the end of the race with only doing one pit stop. So there is opportunities for longer stints at the start.
I know Darth Timms, he always likes using a softer he can, even if it's just to pinch the extra points for the fastest lap. So he'll be listening closely to what you just said there.
Well, starting on softs is a different ball game altogether. You can make that or break that according to the timings I've got in front of me.
I was looking earlier some random facts of him. It says the lap record was Hamilton in 2020 in the race at a 1:15.484. So let's see if anyone. Because Hayden can probably beat that. The pace he's been on. I think he did beat that in qualifying time, didn't he?
You've got the fastest lap of what, 1:15.4.
4:84. That's not the quality. That was the race lap record.
Okay.
Have you got a different figure?
I did have a different figure, but actually looking at it, that's probably correct. I think I've got the figures from the last race rep rather than the overall one.
Ah. But I've got some figures from the last RRF1 race, but it was a weird one. It had a wet qualifying and a dry race. That was a Massey F1. He did a 1:23.8 in quali in interweather, but then he got the fastest lap in the dry race, was a 1:16.0.
Ooh.
That was season 10 because we only did 14 races last season because it was like a short season before this game came out. So Imola was missed off that calendar. It was done like on one of those lucky wheel things, all the tracks, and it was Imola got missed off of it. Sadly, Monaco was in it still. Everyone's like, we don't want that one on it, and it got picked out.
I haven't done Monaco as a league race yet because I know a lot of the leagues do avoid it.
Monaco's going to be fun in RF1. It's about December time, Monaco is. But TSD Apex, one of the admins, has each admin picked a track we'd do as a reverse grid track every quarter. So it was race 6, 12, 18 and 24, I think, out of the 26 races. He chose Monaco, so it's a reverse grid. So whoever's at the bottom of the grid, bottom of the table, is going to be starting on pole for Monaco. So it could be a bit of a messy one.
That sounds hectic. I mean,
so we had it at Singapore last week, and luckily it worked out all right. But Monaco, I reckon there's going to be some carnage.
Singapore, at the very least, has some straights onto heavy braking points that you can overtake, but Monaco isn't. You're in the same game, but you're in a different ballpark. Is Monaco versus Singapore? Yeah.
I've had a DM from Whitey. He invalidated his last lap. So he was improving, but he's invalidated it. So just before we get onto the formation lap, I'm just going to grab a drink quickly.
Yes, is this your Italian special, is it?
Yeah, I don't know if you saw it in the Saturday chat.
I did.
It was actually on a deal. It was a 660ml bottle for £2.
Oh.
So I'll give it a try, see if it's any good. That beer Moretti.
Don't mind a Birra Moretti. Not my top of my list, but I don't mind a Birra Moretti.
I've never tried it before, so I want to see if it's any good. It's just me demolishing the kitchen at the moment.
Is it a nice chilled bottle?
Yeah, just out of the fridge.
Beautiful. I'm on the Dutch. I'm with the Dutch today.
What one's that?
Heineken. Which again isn't the top of my list, but value for money, it's definitely worth it.
That reminds me, I saw something last week that upset the Germans. I don't know if you're a fan of wrestling or if I've seen wrestling recently.
I
Wrestler
haven't.
Randy Orton,
Hmm.
he said on a press conference, he said, "Oh, I really love the German. I love their German beer Heineken." And he said that at a press conference, they all just started booing at him.
Ooh.
So I think he assumed he was German, and it's obviously Dutch.
No, no. German beer is significantly different. I don't know if you've ever tippled on the European beers, but they have a distinct difference in taste.
But we're off for the formation lap now.
Here we go.
Keeping on Mr. Betchers, he went into my rear on Wednesday. We both had some cold tyres.
Ooh. Oh,
Oh, there's somebody kicking polystyrene everywhere at the back.
is someone trying to take out the braking boards?
Something I've noticed doesn't happen on this game that happened on 23. If you took out, say, the RS board in quali, it wouldn't come back for the race. But they've changed it this game, it does come back.
Oh, it does come back now. Oh, that's good.
TIR Dragoon in the chat, under fuel for the safety car. I don't know if that's what he's done or if that's what he's telling people to do.
What is the optimum fuel for Imola? Ooh. According to my data, you go 2 laps over fueled.
So Wednesday I went 2.7 and it was too much. But we did have a safety car on that one as well. So I can understand why Dragoon might want to underfuel.
Yeah, but if my data thinks you're going to burn 2 laps extra of fuel, even if you go level, I think safety car you're only just going to get through.
Be interesting to see what they are going to do with that. I did note down a little, not really a fact, but a bit of trivia. But 5 of the races that were in the last RF1 100% Imola race racing tonight, and 4 of them are related. So those 4 were Dartmouth, Whitey, Betchers, 49 and Goomba. And great ace as well. I missed him off. It was actually 6. But for the 4 that are related, Whitey and Betcher brothers, and Goomba and Dartmark brothers, but they're also cousins with Whitey and Betchers.
Oh wow, what fact?
5 lights. And Ralph.
It's a great start from Duma.
Terrible view there. Yeah, alongside Rain and Blood already. Let's see if anyone gets around to chicane safely. Oh, someone's skidding at the back now there. And they've come back on. Ooh.
And Aston Martin of Whitey that just had a bit of a slide around Tamburello.
Yeah, 4 positions lost as well there. I pressed the wrong button there. If you just noticed all the graphics disappear. The back now. Find the pass up to 5th. There we go, really wide there with Destroyer.
It's not a good time if that was a track limit already. That's not a good time to get in.
Yeah, I suppose you're 63 laps.
It was, and I've just had a quick check on the race director, and Whitey has already got 2. 2 warnings for track limits. Tim's, Great Ace, Raining Blood and Goomba also got 1 to start with.
1. They've got a tiptoe for some of these laps now. There's only one driver retained their position from the start. That was Daft Tim's. Everyone else has either gained or dropped. Oh, there's is that Daft Tim's? Oh no! Oh dear.
That's
Daft
a
Tim's
dinner.
dead.
Oh dear.
He skidded like he did in qualifying, but instead of keeping it in the gravel, he's tried to correct it and come back on track, and another car's just blasted right into him. I'm trying to
So is
see
that
which
someone
car
with
it
a...
was now. Yeah, someone must have damage. Is it Dragoon possibly? Because he's got a penalty. Yeah, he's got a wing.
Yeah, end of his left side of the front wing is gone.
Dragoon must be fuming because Darth Tim's his Wednesday teammate as well.
And started on the hards. So hards, in theory, can do the whole race. But he's already started the hards, so he can't go to hards now.
Yeah,
So it is going to have to be a two-stop, which on this long pit lane, not optimal.
yeah, he's just let Dartmouth pass there.
Okay,
Is he
just
getting in
on
the
board.
pits or is he continuing?
And that's
There's in
Drak
the
going around
pits.
the outside to find the pass there, down the DRS straight. Everyone.
Flicked up to Rain and Blood Dumas, right on his gearbox at the moment.
Yeah, it's almost a bit of ERS games now as well. Because, you know, if you've got enough ERS down the main straight, you can either keep your position or you can easily pass the person in front. Whoever's got the most ERS will have that position into turn one.
That's why I was trying to play with the strategy like that on Wednesday. I'd sometimes flick it to none so you'd store up the 100 and then blast it either to defend or attack.
Yeah.
Even with defending against, like I've mentioned, destroyed Drak in qualifying. Oh, Bakey Gaming's left the session, so he's having the issues where the game's kicking him out still. I'll pop him an invite. He's not sure what the issue is because he's done a reset of his console. He's done a fresh install of the game. He's restarted his router and it still happens to him.
Duma not quite catching Rain and Blood in front. Hayden and Drak both set the fastest laps behind them though, so it's all condensing.
Duma was using the RS as well. Then he's only 14% now.
We're all quite low
retired. Is it on track? Yeah, his car's still moving.
DRS very important round here, but Goomba's just dropped out of it from the front three, so that could lead to a split in the pack if he doesn't manage to catch it before the straight. Oh, there's a Mercedes in the wall there.
Yeah, I think his car's pulled over there. It's a strange one. It's not disappearing the car with Dragoon. It's just on the track map still.
Might hold up there for a little while we get a change in the lead there. Easy DRS overtaken for the first corner for Duma. And there has been
rejoined.
Has been a split in the pack, but Goomba did manage to catch Hayden, so Find the Pass in fifth has now dropped off the back of the top four. It is going to lead to a split in the pack there, where the top four might just get away.
Just noticed a bit of a battle with the brothers at the back for 11th place with Whitey and Betches. You did mention those multiple warnings. Great Ace. It's the first to get 3 seconds.
It's going to happen.
He's lost his 2-point bonus. Ooh, Whitey was tempted to go up the inside of Betches there, but he thought better of it. Not sure what that corner's called, but it's the right hander. It's followed by the other right hander back up to the straight.
It's Aqua Minerale at the bottom of the hill. Watching the lead back up here.
Speaking to Dragoon, he's had a message in it, an audio glitch and then tried to come back out of it. The game decided to kill his car.
No. That is disappointing.
So oh no!
Oh.
Whitey has tried to pass his brother Betchers, and Betchers has moved a little on the straight and has knocked him sideways. So White's fallen down to last place now.
Ooh. Was it the Bottas Russell movement?
Sort of. I know Betchers back on the wheel. He started back on it this week. I think he's just trying to get the optimal settings back for the wheel, and maybe a bit too much movement on that one.
Yeah, wheel is.
Dragoon did ask. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's just with the wheel, it is all a bit personal with how everyone sets it up. So it takes a while to set it. I know when I start a new game, it resets all your settings, so you've got to start again with what you feel comfortable with.
Well, it seems to be when they have the updates as well. It seems to wipe the settings and everything. Luckily, I've got a picture on my phone. But if I didn't have that on there, it'd be a nightmare.
There you go, more battling at the front as Hayden goes from third to first into Tamburello. But Rain in Blood still up the inside, goes over the yellow.
Rain in Blood cut the chicane there. Is he going to return that or?
Well, I think Rain in Blood was battling for first, so has settled back into second. But Goomba is looking aggressive down the inside of Dude. Oh, that was... Don't often see moves into Tosa. But it all condensed up after that, and I think it's actually brought...
Yeah, I was thinking...
It's brought Drake
if there had been contact, Doom probably would have called him a Tosa as well. Drax just keeping with these bleed for as well, isn't he?
I think he's just managed to get back. He was away from them, but he seems to have got back after that. The fuffle into
this lap he's used to qual up his ERS to try and keep up with them.
Managed to drop Great Ace at the same time as well, so still a spit in the pack there with the top 5 now running away.
I missed it with Tamas at the 3 seconds as well.
As you were into turn 1, no overtakes this time. They're all a bit worn out from the last time they
found the pass, got past Great Ace, and that was on the straight.
Something must have happened to find the pass. I do remember he was 5th when that pack split, so he must have made a small mistake and dropped a couple of seconds. Or maybe just with the DRS back and forth thing, it's all worked out like that.
Yeah, and I've noticed Find the Pass got about half his battery left. Great Ace is he's hardly got any left, but he has underfueled. He's got the yellow fuel light, so he's hoping for a safety car. I think he's the only one with the yellow light as well at the moment.
And it's not easy to save fuel here. You can kind of lift through Aqua Minerale and down into Ravazza and down into Tamburello. You can, lift and coast into the braking zone, but it's not easy to save fuel. So all Rain in Blood with a 3 second there. That'll be disappointing in the lead battle currently.
49 as well. In P9, 3 seconds. Yeah, it's got the dark mark all over him though, so it's probably feeling the pressure. That's why we made a mistake.
If you're underfueled, you're hoping you're wishing for a safety car, because I think otherwise you're saving fuel for the last 20-30 laps trying to get through.
We just got the footage there of Dark Mark getting past 49 to the P9. Seems to have all separated at the back, haven't they? But these at the front are still sticking with each other.
Yeah, it's a couple of twos and ones from 6th backwards, but yeah, the top 5 seem to understand that if you have that DRS, you are gaining I'll have the number for you. I can tell you how much you gain on DRS. 0.3 of a second a lap.
As I was watching from behind Hayden's rear wing, and he doesn't want to look behind himself and just see 3 cars bearing down on him.
Goomba and Drac having a little battle for 4th place there. They've gone side by side into Tamburello, which has pushed them 2 seconds away from the top 3. I think that is the top 3 clear now.
Destroyers. He was tempted to stick his nose in there, but thought better of it.
I think battling each other, they've pushed those top 3 away from them. I think they've made a small mistake by doing that.
They find the passes right on with Destroyer Drac as well now. Sort of broken 2 little gaps of 3, haven't they? Hayden, Rain and Doom, and then you've got the separate one of Goomba, Drac and find the pass.
And that's the thing, you've got to think, if between Goomba and Drac there, do you go for that 4th place, or do you just hold back and keep in that battle for 1st? It's a bit of gamesmanship that you've got to choose what you do. And it's the same the other way around. If the person behind you is so fast that they're going to overtake you, is it worth losing time battling them, or let them overtake you and keep with that 1st place battle? It's a bit of IQ that you just need to think about when you are battling for race wins.
Especially with these 100% ones as well.
At the moment, it's not about position. But you're not racing for position at this point in the race. You're racing for lap time and race time. Yeah. All you want to do is make your race time as little as possible, because you've got a round of pit stops left to do. You've got other instances that are going to happen. Do you really care about 4th place at the moment? No, you care about how close you are to 1st.
Yeah. So I know Drac did get past, but there's a few little wobbles on this lap. Bakey's got 3 seconds now. Oh, there's a Ferrari at the background. That's great aces sideways.
Ooh,
lucky he got off the track just in time, or that car behind would have obliterated him.
Was sitting 7th, so that's only a drop of a couple of positions, but good 10, probably 12 seconds lost there.
I think it was Tamas or Darkmark that was flying around the corner, so great aces just had to put his foot down and get on the grass.
Goomba looking at coming back at Drac, and Drac has run out of ERS, but is holding in the middle of the track. Goomba down the inside. Gets it done.
Yeah, he's done it. Find the pass is going to try and have a look as well, I think. He's side by side with Drac. Is he going to do it just on the inside? He has.
Fair enough.
Not a happy lap for Drac. 2 positions dropped, wasn't it, in place of 2 corners?
What those 3 have got to do now is work together to get the best race time, because the top 3 have got outside of each other's DRS range, which means they're going to be losing time. They're going to be losing 0.3 a lap, all of them now. So if Goomba find the pass and Drac all work together, then they could be looking at getting back up to them.
Is that a bit like what Carlos Sainz did at Singapore last season?
It's things like that, yeah. Where it's almost, you've got to play a bit of leapfrog. Goomba's got to realise here that find the pass is going to get DRS, so don't burn any battery, Goomba. What you've got to do is just let find the pass overtake you with the DRS, then use his DRS the next lap, leapfrog him. It just gains you race time if you work together like that. But
I think he's listening to you. Find the pass has just overtaken him.
You look at find the pass on the hards, and you look at Hayden on the hards, and it seems the hard tyres are already outperforming the medium tyres.
Yeah.
Or just wide on the exit to the runner to find the pass, and has gained a 3-second penalty there.
So things like that could come into play at the end of the season, especially if he's lost them 2 bonus points.
Definitely. 2 bonus points for this race.
Let's have a quick look at the penalties. Yeah, great aces on 2 penalties now, 6 seconds.
So,
Was it?
here, what have we got for the mediums? Optimum pit time to go to a hard tyre is between lap 21 and 33. So, some of these medium runners will be going, I'm a lot slower than the hard runners. Do I need to
Yeah.
pit now? I wouldn't do it. You're not going to gain anything by pitting now. Although the hards can go the full distance, optimum, you want them for about 35 laps.
As I
Don't,
know in the 50%, it was saying, I think it was about 11 or 12 to take off the mediums.
yeah, so it's almost a direct 1 to
So,
2 on the
yeah.
50% to 100%, I think, on the game.
So
So
I
yeah.
know lap 8 they were feeling quite horrible, so that'll be probably about lap 16, 17, won't it, in this
Mm,
race?
yeah.
That's when they felt like they were falling off. Some people did think of going on early, but it didn't really help those.
And the other thing with the hard tyres is you're going for so much longer that you're going to get undercut by the mediums, but the longer you're on those hard tyres, the more likely there's a safety car to come out. And because of the length of the pit lane here, the pit lane lost time is 25 seconds here. You want to be holding on for that safety car for as long as you can, and those on the hards will be able to hold out. For me, I've got until that lap 35 that we're looking at pitting.
There's someone who has benefited on their hard run at the moment, or hard stint, I mean, is Dartmark. Did start last, didn't he? He's taking it steady in P8 at the moment.
Yeah. Could be a lot to gain for the Dark Mark in the event of a safety car. But also with respect to everyone in that vicinity, Dark Mark is a faster driver, and so will give him the chance to race in a bit of clear air with the medium runners hitting before them.
I've noticed something quite random as well. Dartmark's car's really clean compared to some of the other drivers. I noticed on this game, you look at some of the cars and they're filthy. I think it's they've been going wide and picking up some of the dust, but Dartmark's car looks like it's just been cleaned still. It's got no dirt on it at all.
Mm.
Whereas if you go to someone like Betcher's car and look at his car, his side pods are disgusting, they're covered in mud. But I know there's a few skirmishes off the track, hasn't he, Betcher's? It's good how they've included that in this game.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. That's pretty good. As just as I'm on board with Betcher's goes wide through Dambarello. Oh, Drac.
Oh, Drac. Destroyed Drac. On the no traction, he must have had a bit of a slip there.
Must be on the exit of the chicane. Very
Dartmark's gain now, P7.
And yeah, Dartmark's clean car with the consistency, just scaling those places one by one.
Drac's going to be using now. I can see. I think Dartmark's doing what you've said. Just let him go past and just keep with him.
Yeah, he knows that Destroyer Drac is going to pit in probably about 10 laps or 6 laps time-ish.
Yeah.
At the moment, the hards are just going to be on the overlap with the mediums, where they are going to be slightly faster. What I reckon the Dartmark is thinking now is just sit in this position until the straight, overtake DRS, dump a load of ERS, get ahead, and use the better grip in those hard tyres now than the mediums to pull away out that second. I think the Dartmark will be looking at now pushing on past Drac and keeping the race time up rather than getting stuck behind.
So I just popped up to find the pass. Noticed he got under a second behind Dumar, his title rival. Like I say, they're on different tyres as well. Dumar on the mediums and find the pass on the hards.
And this is, yeah, possibly where the hards are just getting a step up on the mediums now. And you see Hayden pulling away, and you see Find the Pass go from, what was he sitting 9th a few laps ago? Dartmark obviously keep pushing on with the consistency.
I think in the 50% equivalent, I think this is, like you say, the stage where the mediums were feeling a bit like poop. And then people thinking like, yeah, we'll give it a few more laps and then we're going to have to get rid of them.
I've got yeah, I think the pit window opens about lap 21. You can go from the mediums to the hards about lap 21 without losing. I don't think you lose more than 3 seconds if you pit on lap 21. But really, you want to wait till lap 27 to pit on the mediums.
I've just seen Dumas picked up 3 seconds. You don't often see that from him. That's only 4 drivers haven't picked up 3 seconds. Yeah, everyone else has picked up at least 1.
Just have a look.
Ooh. 49's got 3. And 9 seconds of penalties.
Just having a look. I can only see 1 warning for Dark Mark so far, so he's got a bit of leeway for the rest of the race as well, with only 1 warning so far.
I know Dark Mark, especially in this division and Monday, he seems to get quite a lot of positions in the table. We're like pinched by like 1 or 2 points because of the bonus points. There's one thing is that I've noticed is one of the cleaner ones. It was Saturday division last season. It was himself and Goomba who were the cleanest drivers. I think I included that on all of the division tables. So I do all the tables and graphics for RRF1 as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I do notice that. I think last week I got Dark Mark and Whitey. Didn't get any pens.
Yeah, I think it was just the 2 last week. It was a bit of a crazy one at Singapore. I think it was the weather changed and it was like missing, silly ones like missing turn 1 and getting a warning there, and silly things like that were just getting people those little warnings right near the end of the race.
Yeah. Yeah, turn 1 in. Ooh, a little bit of a snap for track on those old mediums, but sticking with Dark Mark at the moment. Playing that leapfrog back and forth.
Tamas for 3 seconds. And I think you already had him, didn't you? I think it's up to 6 now.
Yeah.
I've noticed Hayden is pulling away a little bit more from Rainable at the front. Almost 5 seconds now. The yellow flag is at a Ferrari. I think it was drag. I don't think he's enjoying that no traction very much this evening.
Must have made a mistake because he was just behind Dark Mark and now he's 3.2 seconds behind. And I know out of Tosa is a bit of a traction zone that can be quite tricky. So yeah, maybe just that no traction today is causing a bit of slip out of the traction zones. Especially when the mediums get to this age, you are really going that you want them off and had enough of them.
And on the Wednesday one, it was the rear right. It just turned to jelly. It wasn't feeling very nice at all.
Especially when you're coming out of Tosa around the chicane. Then that's both of those are pressuring the rear right. I can imagine.
Yeah.
That's where the couple of mistakes have come from.
But a few drivers coming out of the not the Tamburello chicane, the one after that. I'm not sure the name of that one. The one where Darth Timms crashed.
That is so you got Variante Tamburello, then Variante Villeneuve is the second chicane.
Oh yeah, so you'd be there quite a lot. Where on Wednesday we're getting around the first bit fine, and then getting it back the other way, the back of the cars just wasn't having it. I say where Bakey is now.
Yeah. Apparently that chicane's called Villeneuve, which I didn't know. I don't know.
I did hear that on Wednesdays because Diesel's a Canadian streamer. He said he found it weird that there was a corner named after a Canadian at Italian circuit.
What,
I imagine
why?
he'd drive for Ferrari, did he? Or... I'm not sure.
The question is, which Villeneuve is it named after, and why is it named after Villeneuve?
Something I might have to look into, that one.
Oh, I've got a Villeneuve corner at Zolder. where Gilles Villeneuve died, and Gilles Villeneuve got a corner named after him at Zolder.
The Villeneuve corner at Imola circuit is named after Gilles Villeneuve, a Ferrari legend who crashed there during the 1980 F1 race.
So Gilles Villeneuve has got 2 corners named after him where he crashed.
Yeah. He said he suffered a puncture it was the first F1 race at Imola. So I thought, I know what we'll do. He's put it in the wall there. Let's end that corner after him.
How did Villeneuve get a corner out of it and Senna didn't?
Yeah. That's one thing. When I was looking at the facts and things earlier, quite a lot of people seem to forget, was it Roland Ratzenberger? He died the same weekend as Senna, didn't he?
And also you had Senna on race day, had Ratzenberger on qualifying, but also on the Friday you had Barrichello with a huge crash. 3 potentially fatal and 2 definitely fatal crashes on that weekend. I think that's why, and that's where the kind of the safety really stepped up is in 1994, is when Formula One went, we need to have a serious look at safety. I believe it was very much led by the drivers and Martin Brundle at the very front of that, leading safety in Formula One.
I do remember watching a documentary, I think it was earlier this year, back end of last year, and it wasn't actually the crash that killed Senna, was it? His wheel come back and hit him, and that's the thing that killed him, I believe.
Yeah, there was definitely, I think it was part of his suspension or part of the wheel mechanism that, was the main cause.
So it's good to see now with all the safety like the halo. People say they don't necessarily like the look of it, but think about how many lives it's saved recently.
Oh yeah, you'd think Hamilton in Monza, you think Grosjean in Bahrain.
Who was it? Silverstone, Guan Yu, when he flipped over.
Yeah, Guan Yu Zhou behind the barriers.
He would have been rolled on his head, otherwise that would have been.
I think
horrible.
Leclerc's had a couple where he's had a wheel over the front of his cockpit.
Was there one? Was it Stroll or Hulkenberg was upside down, wasn't he? He's like, I'm hung like a cow.
Oh yes,
that one.
Abu
He would have been on his
Dhabi.
head.
Yeah, it was a Hulkenberg.
I think was Stroll's one the same race, I think.
So I think Hulkenberg had that in Abu Dhabi, and Stroll had one in Bahrain where he did a full flip. Yeah.
I did see a video, I think it was on TikTok or YouTube, and it was like 20 different ones where with the halo and all these new safety features come into play.
And even I was looking back at Singapore 2010 highlights that Formula One posted, and you see Heikki Kovalainen's caterham set fire, was lit on fire on the main straight of Singapore, and the cars were racing round under yellow flags. And you go, Heikki Kovalainen's there on the track with a fire extinguisher, and you think, well, that you wouldn't have that anymore. You wouldn't have one of the drivers on the track putting out the fire on his car under double yellows. You'd have a VSC out for that. Of course, the second big push for safety in 2014 after Jules Bianchi, which is where the halo came from, as a direct result of that crash.
A few years ago, wasn't it? Pierre Gasly in the wet. He was going round after pitting, wasn't he? Pitted early for, was it a puncture or something?
Yeah.
And they had a tractor on the track. He was absolutely fuming with it.
Yeah.
He's like, especially after what happened with Jules, like my friend, is you can't have a tractor on the track. It's the same circuit as well.
Yeah. And then I think you go back to European Grand Prix 2007 when who was the Arrows driver that led the race after the period of heavy rain, and they all went deep into turn 1. And I think it was someone like Adrian Sutil spun out on the first corner and hit a tractor in the gravel zone, in the gravel trap. Just kind of bumped it very lightly after spinning out the first corner. And 2007. Yeah, You look back and you look at the warning signs, and they're there.
Yeah.
I think actually you go back and you find a clip from 1998 or 1999 of Martin Brundle on commentary going mental, going absolutely apoplectic that there's a tractor on the track recovering a car while they're still
Oh,
racing.
we've got a yellow flag.
That's a
Is that
McLaren.
49?
Yeah, must be. Going
Yeah, he's
again.
getting. Hayden's just about to lap him, I believe. Is that Hayden or is that Fun pass? No, it's Hayden.
It's
Hayden
Hayden,
just
yeah.
coming up to lap the McLaren. Because I did see. I remember one of the ones when I can't remember how young I was. I can't have been very old. It was Belgium in the wet, and there was a horrendous start there.
98.
Can't remember. Was that 98?
Yeah, that was one where you had about
So,
10.
was it Coulthard went first, wasn't it? He got caught with a car and then he ended up with no wheels at all.
Yeah, yeah, and I think that was the same race that you get the famous clip of Schumacher marching down the pit lane trying to get to Coulthard after their crash as well. Yeah,
I
you've got
remember that one. Yeah,
yeah,
he's a did try to slow down to let him past, or he
yeah,
was
that's right.
struggling, and he just didn't see him.
Yeah, Coulthard pulled off to one side to let Schumacher pass, and because of the spray, Schumacher didn't see him and just went straight over the back of him.
Yeah, I remember that Murray Walker commentary. Like, he's goes down the pit lanes, marching to his pits.
Yeah, yeah, it's Murray Walker, legendary.
But it was only a couple of years ago we lost Murray Walker, wasn't it? I remember it's when the Gunners were streaming for RF1, so it must have only been a couple of seasons back.
Yeah, yes. I just like going back and watching some of his commentary.
Some silly ones that you find funny now looking back. Is it James Hunt? I think as well. You come up with some ones with him.
Yeah, you know they only had one microphone between the two of them, so
Just snatching it off him.
they'd just grab it off each other, because they only had one microphone between the two of them. And Murray Walker would try and hold on to it.
I think Brundle's probably happy that they have two now because he probably won't get a word in with Crofty otherwise.
Yeah, probably. Here we go. So we just come up to lap 27, aren't we?
Only three have pitted so far from the mediums onto the hards. Three at the back, 49 YTM batches.
But this is about where your optimum pit time is, so you're likely going to see some action on the mediums.
Dumar, he's in.
There we go.
Will it be going to the hard, I imagine?
Where
hard tyres on.
Where's he going to come out? Is he going to come out in clear air, or is he going to get their traffic on his way out?
That was a really weird release. I don't know if you have the stream on it. Instead of just going out smooth, his car just jumped back into the pit lane.
Oh,
Drax had a spin again, I believe.
And Dumar has come out in clear air, so he's got a lot of space. He's got 5 seconds in front of him to kind of stretch out and try and get that undercut working for him.
And then I think is it a minute 49's a minute behind Dumar then. That's one thing I don't know if I've mentioned with RF1. They run unlapping. So if there was a safety car, 49 YTM Betches will be able to unlap themselves.
Who we got in? We've got Raining Blood in. We'll hope to come out ahead of Dumar, but might be in between Great Ace and Bakey, which would be unfortunate to catch some traffic there.
I'll keep an eye on Rain and Blood now, because I definitely see what you mean with this pit exit. It's really long. You just see those cars on the track map, can't you? Coming up on you.
He wants to get out ahead, and does. That'd be really important. Really important for race time is to get out ahead of Great Ace and Bakey.
Yeah.
And has got Drac in front. but we do expect a pit stop from Drake, I presume.
They find the pass on the hard with Tamas is might be looking for a move this lap.
Yeah, 4 position. It's at net 3rd at the moment.
Yeah, only 3 of the medium runners not to pit yet. That's Great Ace, Drac and Goomba. So Goomba was our last winner of a full 25-26 race season. He was the last winner of that. So Hayden won the shorter season last season.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine Goomba knows when the best time to pit is.
Yeah.
Which is now for him.
Yep. Just taking a couple of extra laps on the mediums. Must have felt that his pace was good enough to do that. Which means he's just got that slight bit of tyre delta over everyone else on the hards around. That means Goomba's tyres will always be that 2 laps younger.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like much of a benefit, but when you get to that drop off of kind of your 6% and you drop off to your 30%, you can get an extra lap out of the tyres. That means you are faster than the person in front.
Well, I haven't noticed Goomba's come up fairly close to Dumar as well. Not too far. Is that Dumar? That's not Dumar, is it? It's me. Me looking at the time is not actually looking at the track there.
Yeah, it looks like there is a back marker between Dumar and Goomba.
I'm guessing is that possibly Betches? Yeah, it's Betches. Will his cousin move out the way quickly for him or not? Rain and Blood's picked up another 3 seconds. There's only 2 drivers now that haven't picked up penalties. Hayden and Destroyed Wreck. As I say that, Great Ace picks up another one.
That's gonna have quite a lot of repercussions to the end of the race with the amount of penalties that are going on at the moment.
Well, Dumar's just overtaken Bakey. Bakey still hasn't pitted, he's on the hards.
So that is 5 seconds he's wiped out in 2-3 laps on the new tyres.
Because when you say it was the optimal time to pit for the hard onto the mediums, you got a while to go yet.
Yeah, lap 35. I would expect to see the hard tyres be pit on.
Surprising Dartmark's picked up another penalty. A driver you don't normally see picking up many. I think he's on 6 seconds now.
That's correct, yeah.
49's not enjoying tonight, 15 seconds.
So lap 35 is the optimum time from hard to medium, but if you want to go from hard to soft, you're looking at lap 42. It's 4 seconds slower apparently, and you have to do your overtaking with the soft tyres, but it might be worth it.
Oh, my Twitch hasn't been updated, so I've just had to come off it and go back on it. Someone's put the sexy man is back and plenty of beers done already. I'm not sure who's referring to there. It's like he's having a happy night on the beers. But I haven't given feedback about the Italian beer, but it's actually not too bad, this Moretti.
It's not bad, is it, a Moretti? I don't mind a Moretti.
It's weird weather tonight though. Like I said, it was storms out. It's really warm. So I don't know if that's why it's causing the storms. There's definitely cold beers going down nicely.
When doesn't a cold beer go down nicely?
I suppose if you're drinking out in the winter and you're outside, maybe not. That's the only time I think it would do a bit.
No, that's what the snow's for, isn't it? It's to chill your beers.
Yeah. I suppose though, I'd still go to a local football match and still have a cold beer anywhere there in the winter. Everyone's separated a bit now, apart from Tamas is the closest we're finding the pass. Everyone else is about 2 seconds or so.
It's all just split up into this kind of pit phase. You're kind of seeing about half the people did go on hards to mediums, about half on medium to hards, and it's all just split up a little bit. Where are we seeing the most gains? We're seeing Rain in Blood catching up with Dark Mark quite a lot on the newer tyres.
Just might want to turn the penalties off or turn the tyres off. There we go, put them back on. Yeah, Rain and Blood only in them 4 lap hold hards.
But having a look at penalties, there is a substantial amount that is going to mean that the end results aren't going to be quite the end results, as 49 goes to 18 seconds of penalties.
So our world record we've seen in RRF1 Saturday division, it's one of our admin's brothers, Game of Min's brothers, Wallen, got 1 minute and 15 in the Saturday race once at France.
How? Don't you get disqualified?
He was struggling with
a certain amount.
Yeah, he got to that amount and then it decided to disqualify him. I don't know if some of them were like bigger penalties, like going through pits or
Great
speeding.
Ace.
I'm not sure.
Great Ace has had an incident and goes in the pits.
Was he got damage?
There was a spin.
His mediums did 32 laps it says. So maybe there's too much on those medium tyres maybe. His car is filthy as well. Yeah, Drax just got passed after he pitted as well. Just having a look at the stops. So it's just a handful of stoppers now. Bakey, Darkmark, Tamas, Van Pass and Hayden still to stop.
Hayden.
Oh, ignore me. Hayden is in.
Is in. So this could be key to where Hayden comes out. As to how much free air he's got, whether or not he'll be able to push on.
Keeping on Rain and Blood now. He's going to see Hayden.
Has got the over the undercut done.
Darkmark's going to slot him right behind him, I think, right on his rear.
There's going to be no point for Darkmark to try that overtake. It's not going to gain anything.
So I wonder if he'll be pitting in soon for the mediums. I think you mentioned 35, was it, or
Optimum
42 for the softs?
Yeah, that's right. There we go. So Brennan Blood has now got the net lead over Hayden. But Hayden with brand new mediums on, which we would say for the next 16 laps are going to be significantly faster. And that's when they start to drop off.
I know some of the drivers, like Find the Pass, does have the stream on when he races. Just so to be very helpful information for those drivers that have tuned in. He's on 34 laps, isn't he, now on those hards?
34 laps, yeah. So I imagine that will have a pit stop soon. But you know, do you want to go onto the softs a bit later on? That's the question.
Just noticed Hayden did Rain and Blood there. Those brand new mediums.
And what Rain and Blood will try and do now is just hook onto the back of Hayden and just try and gain that 3/10 a lap in the DRS.
So get towards the end of the race, and then mediums going to start feeling bad. The hard might feel a bit better.
Yeah, what do we see? About lap 12, 13 of the race, we saw the hard tyres were starting to catch up with the mediums.
Yeah, I think was it. I think when they become like optimal when they started overtaking them, was it like about 16, wasn't it?
Yeah, so we'll get to
Rain and Bloody, he had to correct the car then, that's given another warning, another penalty. I'm on board with him then.
And that's the thing with Raining Blood. It's all very well, as Murray Walker would say, it's one thing catching, it's completely another to overtake. And
Final pass in the pits now.
Raining Blood may be able to catch Hayden, but he has got 12 seconds penalties. I think be quite a lot to overhaul.
I think Find the Pass is going to come out. Is it behind? That's not going to be behind Darmot. Darmot's pitting as well.
He wants to get out ahead of the Aston Martin and Mercedes, and does. So has got quite a lot of free air there. 7 seconds behind Dumar.
It's giving me a terrible view just then on the stream. It was from Find the Pass's rear left wheel, the camera. Now look at it, it's sorted itself out.
So I think all Find the Pass we're looking at doing is just really pushing on over the next 16 laps to catch up to Dumar and Raining Blood in that battle for what will be a net second place, I believe.
I must have missed it, but Destroyed Draki got a penalty as well. There's only one driver that's... Oh, commentator's curses gets another penalty.
Oh dear.
Hayden's the only one now that's keeping the bonus points. I'm not sure how many warnings he's on. I'm guessing he might be touch and go. I know we've not had a race on the Saturday division yet where everyone's lost the bonus. We've at least had one driver getting it.
Well, I was about to say, I wonder if I can see if Hayden's got any warnings yet, but with the amount of warnings here, I don't think I'm going to be able to spot it. Worth a try.
I know you do get in the Saturday division sometimes. If there's that many, it won't get the whole race in either. If you need it for like a penalty removal, it can be a bit of pain in the bum sometimes.
I've spotted one warning for Hayden.
As I'm just popping down to the Great Aces battle. He's about 4 tenths behind 49 going down the straight.
Yeah,
so it's still showing Great Ace at the yellow fuel still.
I've only got one warning for Hayden.
So he's doing very well this evening. I think it's going to come down for him, isn't it, to like concentration towards the end of the race. And you're racing like an hour and a half, and
well, the other one with the yellow fuel is Raining Blood. So alongside that 12 seconds of penalties, also under fueled at the moment.
Oh, 49 with another penalty. I'm just close to 20 now.
Yeah, 21 seconds now.
Oh, 21. So I'm guessing White is well within his penalty. Or is he? Oh, not quite.
It might come down by this race to who's got the least amount of penalties.
Oh, Baker's left the session again. So I'll just pop him a quick invite. I think he's having the same issues he had with Twisted Dragon on Thursday.
Yellow flag with the McLaren. That's 49 off in Tamburello.
He did that on Wednesday division as well, where he just missed that turn and flew off.
Nice get out of the way under blue flags. For a couple of the leaders there as well. Oh, just had an incident with Red Bull. Who is that Red Bull? That is Raining Blood. Oh, that is a shame. 49 just not quite realising where Raining Blood was and just kicked him into the gravel, it looked like.
Oh, I don't know if he tried to have a bit of a telling off to him then when he parked him, a bit of a wiggle.
That's what it looked like, didn't it?
a bit of a alarm bell. Oh, the damn! You have to leave at the space.
Yeah, I think there's a bit of a misunderstanding there. I think
Yeah.
Rainy Blood was coming up behind, and I'll just go round 49, and 49 was like, okay, I better get out of the way, and they both moved in the same direction.
I think we might possibly see a clip-in of that one later, maybe. Tom Stroud in the chat. What happened to Dragoon? I think he had an issue with the game. He's lost his sound. He had all game sound lost. So he paused it, come back, and then the games decided to put him in the wall and DNF his car. It must be annoying for Dragoon. He's not raced for about, well, apart from Wednesday, hadn't raced for about 4 or 5 weeks. He's got one of the Turtle Beach Velocity 1 race wheels, and they had a firmware update a couple of months ago, and it basically bricked all the wheels. You'd do like 10 minutes of a race, and it would throw him right into a wall. But it was this Wednesday morning, just gone. They made a new firmware patch, and it fixed it. So he's had to wait all that long, and then Cody's and EA Games decided to ruin his race this week.
Not ideal. Not ideal when you have a wheel that doesn't turn. So.
Yeah. Yeah, you'd send a clip in, like what happened. It would just be, you'd be going down like what's the straight before Cops Corner at Silverstone? Can't remember what that straight is now, but he was going to there, just coming up to Cops, and the wheel just slammed itself right and put him in the wall there.
Goodness me.
You can see from the way his wheel went on his POV, there's no way he could turn his hands the way like it did.
Yeah.
You can tell it's a direct drive wheel. That's 2 words together then. Direct drive wheel, and it's just throwing him into the wall.
Is it mostly wheel drivers in this league?
It's a mix of I believe 49 he hadn't until really recently. Oh no, Hayden's left session. The race leader.
Oh no.
I'll invite him in. He's not even showing online on mine at the moment. That is not good. I wonder if his Xbox has just decided to turn itself off. Just going to have to find him and send him on. I hope he gets back on. Oh, he might be appearing offline actually. It says it was last seen 19 days ago.
So losing time.
Just popped him. Yeah, I've popped him an invite now.
You want to get in as soon as possible because oh no,
yeah, Tamas is gonna get him.
Oh, and his AI is pit for him.
Oh no, what's it gonna put him on?
Why? I don't know why the AI would do that. That is
softs as well.
Oh, that won't go to the end of the race. Softs might.
I think you said 42, but it's right on that limit, isn't it?
Oh no, actually, I've got. Oh yeah, that might actually just make it to the end of the race. But with the pit lane that you got here, you lose a lot of time. He's gonna come back in, and again, in the words of Murray Walker, he's going to be absolutely furious.
Because he's coming out the dark markers right on his AI as well. I think the AI is only set to like 50, 55.
Yeah.
It's not, the AI's not very quick either.
It's gonna not be too happy.
I think the AI is lethal.
Yeah, around Imola, yeah, you don't know what you're going to get with the AI.
The AI just took out a polystyrene board then, by the looks of it as well. Saw something definitely fly off that car. I suppose one good thing, you don't normally see the AI picking up warnings.
I don't think they can.
So,
I think even if they do go off the track, they don't pick up the warning for it.
As I said, it's not losing his points as it is, but if he doesn't get back in, he might not be able to get classified depending on what the Saudi stewards want to do with that. So hopefully he gets back in.
Yeah, even if he does though,
They normally say if you do 75%, so I'm not sure if we've reached that yet.
What will that be? Don't think so. No, it'd be 46 laps, would be 75%, I think.
Oh,
No, that would be disappointing. So,
yeah, I've just calculated 47.25 laps.
so who's in the optimum position for a race win now? Well, that will be, I suppose, uh, between Raining Blood and
Trying to look at this penalty situation.
that's what I'm just looking at. The Raining Blood in the net lead at the moment, but with 12 seconds of
Yeah,
penalties, Duma is possibly in a better position.
so if Goomba can catch up, he's only got 3 seconds. Because I've not been keeping an eye on Betches, but he's now on the same amount of penalties as 49. He's not been enjoying it this last
Oh, well done.
24 now.
Why do we say anything?
He'll be in the chat in a minute. What are you doing?
So, this battle for what is currently third between Dumar and Find the Pass could be a battle for the lead after penalties.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see with Great Ace and Rain and Blood as well if what's going to happen with their fuel situation. If there isn't going to be a safety car there, they're going to be like crossing the fingers, crossing everything towards the end of the race.
Well, Great Ace isn't showing yellow fuel anymore, which is interesting. Raining Blood
They've been
still
coasting, has
is
he?
showing yellow fuel. So at the moment, you've got Raining Blood in the net lead, but with 12 seconds of penalties and low fuel. Dumar in a net second, as we just have a yellow flag for a Red Bull. It'll be the other Red Bull of Betches in
Betches.
Dumar
Yeah,
in a net second.
Ooh, careful, Betches. He had the Ferrari and was lapping him, but it was going to go to the inside. Betches then moved thinking it was going to go to the outside. And they almost had a bit of a Rain and Blood situation like we saw earlier. But luckily they got away with it. And talking of Rain and Blood, just as I mentioned his name, another penalty.
That's another penalty. And Find the Pass has just got ahead of Dumar into what would be a net second and just needs to get within 9 seconds of Raining Blood to take the net lead, I suppose, after penalties. So you're actually seeing Find the Pass within 8 seconds of Raining Blood is actually sort of in the lead at the moment. So this could be really important, this battle for third place between Find the Pass and Dumar.
I've not noticed Hayden get back in, has he yet? I've not seen it to say it pop up that he's joined. I'll keep an eye on that.
Even if he does get into this point, it's a lot of work to do to get anywhere near where he was. That's very disappointing for a race he was frankly dominating. I didn't see anything that was going to mean that he was going to lose that race. If you can find him and see if we can bring him back in. But
yeah, I messaged him on the Discord quickly as well. He's still not showing us.
that's disappointing.
I think he has been racing a pair offline because he's saying he hasn't been running 19 days. He definitely has.
It'd be very disappointing. What we would have seen there is our top three in the championship and the top three in the race, but with Hayden disappearing, it could be just a battle between the top two now.
I've sent him another one now. So I'll keep on board of this Dumar battle here.
There we go. We're seeing Tamas on 45 laps on those hards now. So I would expect a pit to softs very soon. Or just...
And how long did you say the pits was here roughly? Let's just have a look at the...
Yeah, pit loss time
might drop down to
25 seconds, I think.
I suppose to pit now roughly about 6th, I'm guessing. Because Hayden's 30 seconds behind the leader.
Yeah, I suppose you're holding out for a VSC or or a safety car.
Yeah.
The longer you hold out, the more it hurts your race if one doesn't come out, but the more you have to gain if it does come out.
Like I say, but Rain and Blood are probably hoping for one, depending on what that fuel situation is like. I didn't notice it just a red spanner on his, but that'd be because Betcher's in the pits, isn't it? He's just put a fresh set of mediums on.
I would argue that Raining Blood is almost hoping not for a safety car now because of the amount of penalties.
Yeah, for his penalties.
That he'll want the field split as much as possible for his penalties to reduce his loss there. So what we're looking at with his current penalties of 15 seconds, it's difficult to gauge.
Flag.
Yeah, random tosser.
I think the best situation for Rain and Blood, he's hoping probably Tamas with them old tyres as an accident causes a mess behind, really.
Well, it's going into the pits now, so that's gone.
Yeah, that's not going to happen for him.
So Raining Blood has extended that to 9 seconds over Find the Pass currently, so he is still in the lead, even with the penalties applied.
It said in total, Tamas did 47 laps on those halves.
That's impressive. I bet they felt horrible at the end.
Like driving on like a Utterly Butterly or something, wasn't it?
Has come out onto the softs as well.
But I'm not sure if Hayden did get back in, because it's not really dropping loads of time anymore like the AI was before. But I didn't see it say it joined.
I'll jump on board, see if I can recognise AI. I'm seeing some funky RRF movements on board with him, which leads me to suggest that he's possibly back in control.
I don't like the slightly twitching with the steering as well. I think it probably is. Probably him driving. Yellow flag, someone miles off track of that Betcher's. Yeah, that's Betcher's. Ooh dear. He nearly took the leader out.
Yeah, no, I think it might have been Raining Blood that was off the track.
Oh, Betcher's is round. Because he's got 20 lap. Oh, he pitted, but he's put his old mediums back on. So just noticed that it's not new tyres he's got on, it's 21 lap mediums.
Oh dear.
That's why he's not having a fun time.
Also in the middle of that, Raining Blood got another 3 seconds of penalties, so now has a 12-second deficit to Find the Pass and Dumar. So we'll be looking for a 12-second advantage over Find the Pass and Dumar, which is actually going down at the moment. They seem to be catching him.
Yes, I was going to mention when I was clicking through again, then Hayden, he must definitely be in the car because Tamas is Tamas isn't a slow driver and he's not catching up. There's as quick as you would think he would if it was AI, so Hayden must definitely be back.
Just trying to gain everything he can out of the race now, I suppose, on his softs.
Watching this Dumar, he's just hoping Find the Pass is medium. He's going to feel a bit naff, aren't they, towards the end of the race?
Yeah.
He's just trying to stick with him.
Yeah, that's all you're going to hope, but still seeing Find the Pass gaining time over the last few laps, has gained a couple of seconds.
I've noticed the Saturday division has become a very international affair this season. We've got Dumar, he's from the Netherlands. Tamas is Hungarian. Great Ace I've mentioned is Canadian. Destroyed Drag is Indian living in Sweden. So a very, very international taste to Saturday division.
That's a lot of And they were represented there.
Yeah. I say Bakey's from Scotland as well, because they're not exactly a foreign country, but say another country represented.
It's far enough away, isn't it?
Yeah. I know he's got really broad, like I don't know if it's like a Highland accent or not, but if he was to end up in the top 3 and get interviewed, you have to like really listen carefully to Bakey.
Yeah. No, I'm just running on board with Raining Blood at the moment, and there is a fair bit of lifting and coasting going on. So I think the realistic view of Raining Blood is there's not going to be a safety car now, and there's going to have to be some fuel saving going on. So there's a fair bit of lifting and coasting going, which is maybe how Find the Past has found so much time.
So the closest we've come to a safety car was almost him hitting his other Red Bull.
Yeah.
That he was lapping, and that's not what he'd want. He'd want someone else to be causing it. I was going to say his teammate in the Red Bull, but with the Saturday they all fend for themselves, even though they're the same car. There's no teammates. Just noticed Dartmark's got a lot closer to Goomba on this lap for P4. They are running in different compounds.
Yeah, you do wonder at this point, are the medium's still going to be that tad better? Because the hards have been on that little bit longer, are we still waiting for that overlap where the mediums are a bit better?
As I wonder, I noticed earlier on it was about 16, 17, wasn't it? But they were less fuel, maybe they might go a bit longer later on in the race.
Yeah, and also you think those, although the medium's been on for 16 laps, you think those hards have been on for between 23 and 25 laps now as well. So actually the hards are a lot older than they were at the start of the race. So big lifting coast from Raining Blood into the chicane. So actually
It's going to be interesting how this works out at the end, because it's a Raining Blood still, well, I was going to say 6 seconds, just under 6 seconds now. Like you say, he's lifting and coasting. And you'll find the pass with his mediums. Just trying to see what that penalty situation is, where everyone have clicked on the wrong thing. It's at 18 for Raining Blood now. 6 for the 2 behind him. I say Goomba's still only on 3 at the moment.
So even if Dartmark does get Goomba, Goomba still will have the advantage with the penalty situation.
As if he stays 6 seconds with Dartmark, he's still going to technically be ahead of him, isn't he? As we say, that Dartmark does go up to P4.
And we'll be looking at push on as much as possible, I suppose.
The reason Betches is on the back on the old mediums, he's had 4 stops.
Yes, I did notice that. More time in the pit lane than on the track at the moment.
Yeah. I noticed Dartmark is it says he's had the. Oh, I don't know who Brock Pew Pew is. Someone's just joined it. Welcome to watch along. Oh no, they've left. I know this is set to a friend zone, so it must be a friend of one of the drivers.
Yeah.
Ironically, with a name like Abrupt Pew Pew, he's abruptly joined.
Get a bit worried, don't you?
But what I was saying before he joined, Dartmark's position gained 11 gains since the beginning. Imagine if he does keep this up the game, we'll probably give him the driver of the day. I need to not been keeping an eye on the chat, but it keeps like disconnecting itself. So I don't know if you've still got it up, if anyone's been.
I've got chat up. Yeah, nothing major going on.
Oh, just Betches. Can you raise director, please? And fuck this game use. He uses, as I mentioned with his vision earlier, he uses text to speech sometimes, so I'm not sure what the game use bit is. He's probably said something else.
Oh, well, my game's crashed now, so it's all going on.
Ah, oh yeah, it's popped up Admiral's left session. Guess you have to let me know when you're ready for an invite.
Yeah, should be able to get in, shouldn't I?
Or will it let you join off myself if not?
Yeah.
So I'll just fit down to Hayden on them softs. He's a second behind Tamas now. Goober's taking the position back off Dartmouth this lap. And Betches has picked up another 3 seconds. That puts him on 33 seconds now for Betches. I'm guessing Betches probably sent that message when he was in the pits, I imagine, because it's pretty hard to use a wheel and type at the same time otherwise.
Very true. I have a feeling that disqualification comes at 39 seconds, but I don't know if that's just a 50% race. So if it does go to 39 seconds, we might see a disqualification.
I wonder, does it base it on what sort of warnings it is, or because that weird one we saw in France, where you got 1:15, then France in another 100%, he only got like less than a minute and it give disqualification.
It might be on quantity of penalties rather than what the penalties are. So it might be at 13 penalties, it disqualifies you, whether that's a speeding in pit lane, whether that's contact, whether that's off track limits. But with track limits being 3 seconds each, I believe at 39 seconds or maybe 42 seconds, it does disqualify you.
That would make sense because Zolanars won quite a lot of them with 5 seconds where he really cutting a corner, or like 10 seconds at France. I think that's how he crewed his one up. Was they were bigger penalties, but not quite as many. There's not as many penalties. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one's managed to beat that 1:15 yet.
Fastest lap is with Hayden though, so he must be back in the car.
Let's have a quick look what time is. 1:17.1. Looking at the closest with him is the guides battling it. Tamas was the 1:17.2. So we give a really good helicopter view of Hayden, then just starts checking that fastest lap. He's now getting close to the end of the race. You notice a few of these gaps are closing up. Dartmouth, Goomba, passing Duma. So Blood managed to get back above 7 seconds again. I don't know if he's been pushing or using the RS a bit more. He's still showing as underfueled.
Yeah, it could be. He could be just very close to it. Another 3 seconds for Betches there.
Yeah.
It could be showing.
I think even if you just go like under by like 0.1, it still pop up yellow, doesn't it? So you could be like on the limit and it still pops up. Keeps the yellow thing up.
Might just be managing it at just that point.
Might be that the last lap you might just have to trying to think of one to describe it to. The closest one I can think of is when Hamilton got that puncher, or is it Silverstone?
Yeah.
You just sort of had to just get it round, sort of thing. Rain and Blood, man. I know you probably won't get a puncher, but you'll have to do that same sort of thing on the last lap, maybe.
Just crawl the last few corners.
Yeah. Just like defend for his life.
Though, with the penalties currently, it looks like it could be P4. I think he'll finish ahead of the Dark Mark, but behind Goomba currently.
I was just trying to look at the leader one, but she's coming up a bit strange on here. Yeah, it's hard trying to work the maths out with all the penalties we've got tonight.
Yeah. I think you're looking at. Although Hayden is within 17 seconds, so he could finish behind Hayden still as well. could be a.
Hayden's having a mega race to keep out of any more warnings. Did you say it was one? Like going back about 10 laps or so, wasn't it? You had one more warning.
Yeah. And I think staying in the current interval, you're looking at gaining 3 places, finishing 4th for Hayden, even with the extra pit stop and the disconnect. So definitely a benefit to going back.
Yeah, it's going to be.
There you go. Oh,
Betches is disqualified.
that's a disco from Betches. Oh dear. So just one too many warnings there.
Yeah. Because he's asked us to get race director, but I'm not sure if he still want us to get that or not. Because even if we get the race director and he wants some penalties removed, it's not going to make a difference now.
No, it's unfortunately
That's the thing with Imola though. On this game, we did notice it in TSD. This is going back probably about 2 months now. Imola on this game seems to be a lot more. What's the word? A lot more strict than it's been on last. You can just. Some of them it gives you a warning when you shouldn't really have one, sort of thing.
Yeah, I know there are some tracks where the white line isn't quite representative of where it actually is.
Yeah. Like, I can't remember if I mentioned it at the beginning or if it was when I was talking to Dragoon earlier. But it was the on the straight, and it was you just like was touching a line. You wouldn't even have 4 wheels out. It's like nope, that's going to be a warning. You've touched a white line.
Yeah. Raining Blood has just got another penalty to take to 21 seconds.
Oh.
So that is going to definitely lose the lead. I think drop down to... I could have dropped him an extra place or 2 now because he might even finish behind the dark mark. With some quick maths. I think there's still a couple of seconds in it for the dark mark. Finish ahead, but we'll drop behind Hayden now.
Dumar's going to go for the move on pass now. That is for positioning, but they're on the same amount of penalties.
Well, this is for the race lead. Tyres that are going to start to have equal grip on the older hards and the younger mediums. For the race lead.
If Goomba can gain another second, he'll be within farther past his penalty window as well, won't he? Or you need to find 9/10 now.
Well, then, yeah, that could get even closer. So yeah, could connect Goomba for a race win as well. So there's a few bits going on here.
Bitches had a message deleted by Nightbot. He put, I got so many double warnings, it's ridiculous. I know what it is. The reason he removed it is he put a colon and a dot and he thought he was trying to post a dodgy link.
Oh.
So that's why it's removed it. So race director is for YouTube, and yeah. Oh, so he'll still want the race director. The only issue we have with the race director is depending on minute, it might not show them up to lap 63, but we can definitely get it on the stream at the end.
Looks like Dumar has just pulled a bit of a gap to find the pass. He's actually got over a second gap now. Really pushing on.
Yeah, I was just looking at his battery as well. He's down at 24, 23. Pass has still got about 60% at the moment.
But now that second's been broken, I think it might be the race win.
Yeah.
Now he's got
The final pass is going to have to start using his.
1.7 seconds, 1.8, 2 seconds.
I think. Is that 49 trying to unlap himself with the leader? There it is. Because I wondered who the McLaren was. But it's because he's entitled to unlap himself, isn't he? If he was supposed to do so. Which is he's put the race directors for Whitey, but the speech to text is shit. So yeah, he's using that text to speech on his mobile.
Oh, that's a shame for Goon, but just got another penalty, which
What's happened to Tamas? Just
Tamas is.
dropped a few positions there.
Oh no, I think
That's what happened there.
it's all just condensed in this what looks like a battle for fourth at the moment. It's all just condensed on each other, so it's all getting very tight.
Rain in Blood is actually flashing red now. And we're not even on the final lap yet. He's going to have to crawl around this last lap.
Right. Coming into the final lap, it's who's got the race lead at the moment. I think we've got Dumar who's in the race lead.
Is that Rain in Blood running out of fuel now? I think he has. Yeah, he's got a yellow flag wherever he's going. I think he's finally run out.
He'll want to have it on the track.
Oh, 49 just lagged then nearly into Rain in Blood.
Rain in Blood will want to keep the win on the track, but yeah,
there's no amount of defending he can do to stop them fast cars behind there. Destroyed Drac, 1:16.5 fastest lap.
He's finished nearly 3/4 of a lap underfueled.
Yeah. Dumar finally passed past him. Dark Mark. He's got Goomba right with him though, so Goomba looks like he's going to jump Dark Mark towards the end of the race. Otherwise, he's going to try it on track.
I think Goomba's got the position anyway because of the penalties, so...
Yeah, going up to Dumar now, because just coming round. Dumar's having a little bum wiggle there. He's taking the win. Find the past second. And Goomer's going to snatch third there.
No, Hayden third.
Hayden third.
Because of that, no penalties for Hayden. Hayden
by 2/10.
No penalties for the entire race. And Hayden managed to get into third position. That is really quite impressive.
Darmar was 5th, Thomas got 6th, Renwood 7th. It's probably going to be Drac 9th, 8th I mean. So looking at the penalties around.
Yeah, it'll be as you are for the rest of the race, I think, won't it? The positions.
It's a great ace has just taken Bakey, but he's not going to get 3 seconds on him, is he?
They're saying that there's a bit of
Bakey's going to...
Drac finishing with no fuel as well, it looked like.
The great ace is going to take 9th on track. Bit of pride, but he's going to drop back down to 10th. And it's just 49 now.
Well, race of the penalties that was, and who had the least amount of penalties, and even with Hayden's extra pit stop that was his AI decided to do with his disconnect, still managed to get third position, which I think is mightily impressive for arguably the best racer on the track today.
Would it give driver of the day to Dartmark for... Yeah, I thought it would. He went all the way from 15th or 16th to I think it was it 5th in the end? 5th or 6th?
It was significantly higher than where he qualified, which...
Look at that Dumar with the Dutch flag aloft there.
Oh, not the Dutch national anthem again.
Yeah. Talking of Dutch drivers, you see Max Verstappen throwing a paddy after the qualifying earlier. Yeah.
Oh, in the presser, very funny.
Yeah, he wasn't very happy.
It's very funny.
I was surprised then, was it Norris and Hamilton sticking up for him? So we'd do exactly the same.
There you go.
So I won't be able to get the top 3 in because Dumar's on the PlayStation. Unfortunately, I'll get him in, but we'll find the past Hayden and Goomba in.
Yeah. There we go. That is your results there. Umar finishing first to extend the championship lead. Second, find a pass to keep close on his tail in the championship.
Oh, I don't know if you can get the race director. Mine's just white. If anyone can see it on the stream, I can't get the race
Last time
director
I went
myself.
to
It's
race
just
director, my game crashed, so I
yeah,
think that
mine's
is an issue.
there was that many. I think it just give up the ghost then.
Yeah.
I think we're just waiting for. Oh, Hayden's left the party. I'll try and get him in again.
Just having a look. Apparently, Raining Blood did end with a puncture as well as no fuel.
Ah. Oh, there's Goom's in the party. So we're waiting for Hayden to get back in. I'll start off with Goomba. Have you included your audio?
Yep.
So, how did you? I noticed it was a P4 this evening. How did you find that race?
All right, but yeah, the penalties are just horrible. I mean, I'm surprised I only had 6. I should have only had 3, but trying to overtake Mark, I ended up getting a 6th one.
Ah.
Yeah. No, dived on the dived, but went for the left, and the gap that I saw sort of disappeared, and there was grass.
I've turned into Goomba the lawnmower now.
Yep. Oh, yeah, it was
So
right. Me and Dartmark were catching Duma and Pass at the end there just by swapping the positions. Which would have
Admiral
helped
did
me a lot.
mention that on stream. He was just saying you have some drivers that would be helpful to use each other, like leapfrog. I think he said.
Yeah.
And you can get can help you get closer to the guys ahead if you do that.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping I could do with him. Because he was just trying to keep away from Tamas.
Oh, Tom Stroud is in the chat. I don't know if it's a prediction or not. He's just put Joshua knocked out in the 5th round.
I've just seen that on BBC Sports, so yeah, that's confirmed, yeah.
Oh dear. But did a great race there, Goomba, getting the P4 round for that with all them penalties.
So I think if I can get that last 3 second taken off. No, I can't. I didn't take the race director. Never mind. I forgot about that.
Oh. We tried to get it because Betcher's asked, but it just completely crashed. It went all white on my screen. And Admiral Wren, he looked. Did you say it crashed your game, didn't it?
Yeah.
Kicked you out the session.
Jesus.
When I tried to look at the race director towards the end of the race, I thought, I'll have a quick check of race director, and the game just crashed. So,
so many warnings.
There were too many warnings that race, including a disqualification for too many warnings as well.
Jesus.
Yeah, that was your cousin Goomba,
Yeah.
Mr. Betchers. He got 39 seconds in the game and just 39 seconds in the game disqualified him for it. It's definitely congratulations on that P4.
Thank you.
I'll now move on to I believe it was Hayden. Hayden up to P3 right there at the end. Yep, I can hear you. Have you included your audio?
Yep.
So P3 right in the end there, jumping up with you having no penalties, and quite a lot of drivers above having penalties. How'd you find that race?
Oh, I can't believe it. I'm gutted. Could have got the one. I could have. My instinct went. So, for some reason the car pitted on old tyres. Well, got back. I joined the game. Off like 10%. Slowly, came way up, trying to catch up to cars. P3 at the end.
I was so disappointed for you. It's when you were dominating that race, the fastest driver on the track, and when we saw your disconnect, and then when I saw your car pit for the AI pit, I was so disappointed.
That's the game, innit?
It's the game, yeah. But you came back and you had a good second half of that when you reconnected. Was it just all about pace there?
Yeah, driving at angle too.
But still,
how were those softs feeling at the end?
Not great. They're about to Yeah, punch up. That's how bad they were.
Oh
They
dear.
were like,
And I know Admiral did mention the race. He said uh, there was was it very earliest for softs was 42, and that's when your
Yeah.
yeah,
AI pitted onto them.
Yeah. Bad to get no pennies though. Off strat to get no pennies. Bad about that.
Yeah, like I said, the bonus 2 points there that could definitely help towards the end of the season. Everyone else failed to get that bonus.
P3 not bad. I'll take it. What happens?
Definitely big congratulations on that podium. Now we move on to Mr. Find the Pass. So a P2 for tonight. How was that race for yourself?
Yeah, that. Much better than Wednesday, because Wednesday had such good pace, was keeping up with the leaders and ended up in a wall. But yeah, I really enjoyed that, and the podium as well, fighting for the win in Saturday. It's been a while since I've done that, so I'm quite happy with that. And I'm going to dedicate this podium to my dad.
Yeah.
Quite happy to do that.
Yeah.
I wanted a podium all fucking week.
I say Wednesday I did watch Wednesday's one back. That was just really unlucky. And it wasn't a Wednesday. I know you went off the lap before and then just had a bit of a nightmare the lap afterwards.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm happy I finally got a podium to do that dedication, because it's a lot to me. I'm very happy. Good unlucky to Hayden. He would have run away with the race. That we were joking about, like he could have come out and still won the race, and he disconnected pit and still nearly run the race.
Unfortunately, we can't get Dumar in, but how was it racing Dumar? I noticed you're fairly close to him that last whole stint of that race.
Always clean racing, Domar. Like he's one of my best friends in the in league racing. Like I was a teammate with him in a different, either in this league or a different league a few seasons ago, and we were really good teammates. And ever since, after every race, he always messages me with like the fist bumps and stuff and encouragement. So he's one of the drivers with no ego at all. He just very quick.
I think it might have been, was it your first season you started here? I think that's when you were teammates with him in the Wednesday division, I think.
Yeah, and since then we've constantly just, after every race, he always DMs me with some positive message or something to do with the race.
Yeah, I was telling Admiral earlier in the race, Dumas, he's dropped every weekday now that he used to do here because he's just focused on this Saturday now.
Yeah,
he's just got like tunnel vision. He wants to get that Saturday title. But I know you and Hayden are pushing him all the way.
I think
I'm going to catch him. He's too consistent.
Dumar has fought for this title for 3 seasons, I think.
He's way too consistent this season. I don't think I'm going to catch him.
He was fighting me for the title when I won it. Then he was fighting me
season 10.
Passing Hayden last season.
Yeah.
I remember making the video for last season, and it was it 4 of you, wasn't it? It was Hayden, you, Dumar, and
me.
There was one other person I completely forgot.
Pass, wasn't it?
It was me. Yeah.
Was it Pass? Oh, I might have Pass.
Yeah.
But yeah, then I know.
I think it's about time
really good
he
stint
does deserve.
Race.
He does deserve
100%.
The win.
Oh, 100%.
But
he never crashes. That's the thing. He never crashes.
Everyone that's fighting for this, it's quite clean. Although trying to be clean on this circuit, Hayden's done it, but that was 1 out of 14 of us. It was 15 of us.
Well, that track is just stupid, to be honest.
Yeah, we did say during the race, we're not sure what's happened with the Imola this game compared to last game, but
yeah, it's
some of them that wouldn't
Canada.
give you warnings last year. It would just shock like silly warnings.
It's worse.
Like Raining Blood coming out of the chicane at one point. That's a slight correction. His wheel must have been like, it didn't even look like it was over the line on the stream, but it popped up warning 3 seconds.
I didn't even get a warning for my first 3-second pen. I went wide trying to avoid. I think you saw it on stream. I went around the outside of. I think it was Drac up the hill before the downhill section, and I got straight 3 seconds. There's no warnings whatsoever.
I was giving you like one of those corner cut type ones.
But I couldn't bother going through the race director that was about 12 pages long. get it
Or
removed. If I did, I
it
would have won
wouldn't
the
even
race. But
load for us.
if I could have got it removed, I would have
Pardon me.
maybe won the race.
Yeah, Drac in the Chaper, he missed a few races last season, else he would have been in the fight as well.
Oh yeah,
He
he, was
wanted-
leading,
he wanted
was
to
leading
make it a
for
five-way.
most of the season. Yeah, Jack was leading it.
Yeah,
for
but
most of the season.
just have a look at the race you've got for next week when Mad Mark's back in the com box. It's Australia, 100% Australia.
Oh,
like that
fun.
Like
How you
it.
feeling about that?
It's a good track.
It's not as bad as last year. It flows, I think. On this game, it flows better than last year's game.
I say, well, are you looking forward to that, Hayden?
Yeah, I don't mind the track. Be careful painters though. Or not. Oh, brilliant.
I think last season this was the one that was used as one of the reverse grid tracks, wasn't it? Australian.
Yeah.
Believe
Come up
so.
with some crazy races last season.
Mm.
But yeah, I'll just let people know for Monday it's back on this channel with I believe it'll be myself and Dragoon for Monday. Or that'll be the first race Australia. Wednesday will be Diesel on Dub Zone F1, and then won't be myself next Saturday. Here it'll be back with Mad Mark on his channel. Definitely big congratulations to you three, and a big thank you to everyone that's tuned in and watched tonight. And hope you'll have a very good evening.
Yes.
Good night.
Cheers. Thank you.